The 9th annual VCW Lutz Memorial Cup rolls on as it's time for semifinal action. I'm Blake Chadwick. What are you laughing at? Once again, joined at the broadcast booth by Jerry Stephanitsis, but Jerry, you got a little something on your face.
I got it. I think I washed it all off.
A little something in your ear.
That was the most embarrassing moment of my life. That stupid clown, he's going to get his.
As Livid the Clown makes his appearance here at the Lutz Memorial Cup.
Will you stop laughing?
And Ron Simmons already making his presence felt, and he hasn't even presented the trophy yet.
No, he hasn't, but he's going to be presenting it to Benjamin Banks soon enough, because as you saw in that matchup, let's talk about the real thing that just happened. Nobody's going to want to talk about that. Benjamin Banks beat Mark Denny in the center of the ring, fair and square. Fair and square, let me emphasize that, in the center of the ring, and now he's going to win the Lutz Memorial Cup.
Mark Denny, a last-minute replacement in the 2016 Lutz Memorial Cup as that 8th man, but unfortunately for him, he was unable to get the win. As much as Jerry's going to say it was a fair and square win, we can certainly take a look at the video, but I digress, as Brandon Matheny's now going to bring out participant number 2 in our first semifinal.
And his opponent, he hails from Monterrey, Mexico, and weighing in at 210 pounds, the Latin heartthrob, Gino!
And you listen to that ovation, Jerry, for the Latin heartthrob Gino, as he has already garnered much fanfare here at the Masonic Temple for what he was able to do, knocking off not just Ross Hall, but James Hall as well, as it was essential 2-on-1 in that match. And now he's an opportunity, maybe the stiffest test of this young man's career, going 1-on-1 with Ring of Honor star Rhett Titus.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup, and you know, like we were saying, you've got the star from Ring of Honor, Rhett Titus, you have Reality of Wrestling star Gino, you have two guys, to my knowledge, who've never met one-on-one in the center of the ring before, but they're both great athletes. They both have been building a great reputation for themselves in their respective areas, so it's going to be interesting to see how they collide here in the Lutz Memorial Cup. But what's going to be even more interesting to see is which one wins and then loses to Benjamin Banks in the finals of this year's tournament.
That remains to be seen. Bell sounds, this one's underway. Rhett Titus, Gino, 1-on-1. Referee Kevin Burr assigned to this contest. Our first semifinal here at the 2016 Lutz Memorial Cup. As Rhett Titus having some words with a few of the fans at ringside. And you listen to the crowd, Jerry, firmly behind Gino as we kick things off.
Firmly behind Gino. What does that even mean? Does that mean anything? Rhett Titus has been in this situation before. The fans here at VCW have never given him the respect he deserves. It doesn't matter if they're behind Gino or not.
As Kevin Burr trying to get Rhett Titus into the ring, as Titus has been concerned with the fans at ringside thus far. And if you've noticed, Jerry, Gino not taking his eyes off the prize for 1 second.
Well, you can't. I mean, this is a very, either guy is going to be at a disadvantage already when he goes to the finals at this point. So you've got to be focused the entire time in this matchup. You're going to have to pace yourself. You're going to have to be ready because Benjamin Banks is well rested.
We know Titus likes to go all night. Let's see if Gino can go all night and get by the international star here as Titus finally hooks it up with Gino and trying to wear him down with his armbar as they work their way back up to their feet. Gino tries a roll up. Titus is able to kick out as Rhett Titus now asking Kevin Burr to back Gino up as it appears as if he's getting a little frustrated with the young man.
Well, I'd imagine he would. I mean, you know, Rhett Titus is, maybe he's not getting frustrated, actually. You know, he could be getting frustrated, but I think this is all those mind games that we were talking about earlier tonight. Rhett Titus is very intelligent when it comes to every motion he uses in that ring. When he goes out there, he's out there to prove a point. He's out there crafting the entire time. What he's crafting right now is a side headlock on Gino.
As he's wearing down Gino again, the Latin heart heartthrob has shown off some athleticism. We know his feet are pretty well educated. But as Titus keeps him grounded, it's going to be very difficult for him to be able to get out of it.
Get out of there! Come on!
As Jerry, I see you taking some notes over there, of course, trying to look at maybe the man Benjamin Banks will take on, as of course he is slotted already into the finals.
Well, I predicted it earlier. It's going to be Rhett Titus, in my opinion. I mean, that's who I'm taking the notes on right now. But, you know, just in case, I'll put a couple of little bullet points here for Gino as well, just so I'm ready.
As you did say back in the opener that Rhett Titus was your second choice if something happened to Benjamin Banks, so I guess it's a win-win situation.
Second place, my second place choice.
But I have to ask Jerry, what happens if Rhett Titus gets by Gino and then he gets by Benjamin Banks? Is Rhett Titus going to be granted that heavyweight championship shot potentially against Brandon Scott?
What happens if I wake up tomorrow and the sky is purple, Blake? Anything could happen, but that is not a likely scenario, okay? So we don't even need to discuss that as a possibility.
As these two continue their chain wrestling, really no man able to get a clear advantage over the other. Very similar to how we saw with Rhett Titus and Sean Denny. We know they've competed against each other before, but you have to get into Gino here, never competing against Rhett Titus and stepping up to the competition. The drop toe hold, but maybe a young mistake here does not capitalize on it and allows Titus to get back to his feet and really prevents a chance from getting an advantage.
Well, both these guys are being a little trepidatious. I think that's, it's inevitable when you have two people who are not familiar with each other in the ring. They're going to take their time going out there.
As we see another arm drag takedown by Rhett Titus.
The feeling out process, as they say, right? Somebody says that.
And now he's strutting his stuff a little bit. But again, Jerry, there is the ultimate scenario that we have to have in the back of our minds. 30-minute time limit here. If these two go the distance, Benjamin Banks would be granted the Lutz Memorial Cup and would only have had to win one match.
That would be the most amazing tournament ever if that happened.
You have to think,
I hope that does happen.
you have to think that VCW might have some sort of plan B and not allow Benjamin Banks' night to end that early, but what does Rhett Titus have to say? He's harassing Brandon Matheny over there.
I'm the big dog, not your ass. I'm the big dog.
He is the big dog. He just want to make sure everyone remembered who the big dog was.
We know you know.
He's my second place pick. I mean, of course he's the big dog.
As I'm not exactly sure what that accomplished for Rhett Titus.
5 minutes have elapsed. 25 minutes remaining.
As you hear Brandon Matheny call out the 5-minute mark as
Time's flying by. You might be right, Blake. We might have another draw. Benjamin Banks will just get a sweep right to the trophy.
we are a sixth of the way through the semifinal matchup, and no man is really able to gain an advantage. If you're scoring at home, you probably say it's all even right now.
I'm going to fill that thing up with the world's finest coffee, just so you know.
As Jerry very delighted to have his mug back, but I think there could be a little celebration coming with that cup later on. As one thing most fans don't want to see is you heading into 2017 with the Lutz Cup and the heavyweight title.
Why wouldn't anyone want to see that? That's like the greatest gift ever.
Leapfrog by Gino.
That's my New Year's resolution.
Drops down. Somersaults right through to Rhett Titus. Gino tries to go underneath, but Titus puts on the brakes. He's got him up. Thought he was going for a pile driver. Gino gets all the way up and over. Ducks underneath the clothesline off the ropes. And Gino steps off a Hurricane Rana.
Nice bit of athleticism there.
And Gino gets sent to the outside. He's going to block Titus's right hand. And now Gino on the apron. The slingshot senton. One does not hook the leg and only gets an earful.
Well, and that was the mistake, like you said. He didn't hook the leg.
Jerry. Possible Mahi straw cradle. No. Instead,
That's inventive.
Innovative camel clutch variation here where he locks that left arm of Titus behind the knee. But Titus is able to get out of it and really prevents any leverage from Gino. Now backed into the ropes here as Kevin Byrne administering his count. And Rhett Titus turns around and sucker punches Gino right in the mouth.
How made it a sucker punch? That wasn't a sucker punch.
As Gino certainly didn't see that one coming. Puts on the brakes. And now Gino looks like he's going for a slingshot senton one more time. Well scouted there by Titus as he slides to the apron. Throws that shoulder right into the midsection. And now Rhett Titus, he's going to high risk his territory, and Gino cuts him off. As Gino has Titus. But Rhett Titus drops right down to the arena floor from the apron, draping Gino's arm right over that top rope.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for Gino having to, looks like he's gonna, into the post.
And the Irish whips him right to the post, Jerry. I think that shoulder connected with the steel. And Titus, again, slamming him arm first on the entrance ramp. And he's doing a number right now on Gino, and you have to think there's certainly damage inflicted on that shoulder, that rotator cuff, the AC joint. Somewhere in there has to be some damage done at this point.
What happens to a bird that has a bad wing? It can't fly, right? So Rhett Titus is very intelligent here, going after the arm of Gino. You know, if he continues to focus on that, it's going to make it very difficult for Gino to win this matchup.
As Titus
Take his head off. Oh, yeah.
as Rhett Titus here, kicking away at the security guards.
He's getting a little aggressive over there.
So Titus now slides back in the ring. 1, 2. As you see Gino there having a very difficult time raising that left arm, Jerry. He might need an MRI right after this match, and he might potentially still have another match to go. But the way things are going right now, Rhett Titus looks to be on the doorstep of going to the finals to take on your man Benjamin Banks. And now Titus driving the knee right into the shoulder here, inflicting even more damage on it.
You see Gino, he's only able to swing with that right arm. He's really in a lot of pain right now.
As Titus now goes back to work on that left arm of Gino, you have to think he's going to go for the kill at some point as he continues to just pummel away. There's a snap there while continuing to hold that left arm. And then drives the knee right into the back of that lat area. And again, Rhett Titus continuing to mount the offense. But instead of going for a cover, having some words with the crowd.
That might not be smart. You know, he should stay on him. Rhett Titus has got to be like a shark that smells blood in the water. He needs to focus on that shoulder, on that arm, and he needs to do as much damage as he can.
And a picture-perfect drop kick right to the kisser as Brandon Matheny says it's the 10-minute mark. Rolls him over 1-2. And a near fall for Rhett Titus, but you have to think, Jerry, he's got to be very close to closing this thing out as long as he continues to put the assault to Gino.
Well, Gino technically has already wrestled 2 people tonight, right?
This essentially would be the 3rd match of Gino's, even though it's the semifinals, as he did take on Ross as well as James Hall, as those two did about a half a dozen switcheroos in that matchup. As Kevin Byrne checks in, but Gino will stay alive. Rolls back. 1, 2. And a near fall. But Rhett Titus comes right back with a clothesline. Devastating move right there by Rhett Titus, who said he came here from Ring of Honor to prove not just that he's one of the top wrestlers in the world, but he can go anywhere he wants and take out the top guys. And he's got a great opportunity to do that, and he is on course here at the 9th Annual Lutz Cup. And almost a version of the Eat Defeat. That's the way Gino won his first round match and goes right back to that devastating hammerlock.
Smart strategy here by Rhett Titus. Like I said, grounding Gino, putting the hurt on that arm. Rhett Titus is not here to impress the fans. Rhett Titus is here to win the trophy. Rhett Titus is here to take home the big payday. That's what he's here for. And doing what he's doing right now is the best way to get there.
As Gino tries to elbow out of it, and Titus sends him right down.
What are you doing, Titus? Are you for real?
You know, this lasts much longer at this rate, Blake. I don't think Gino's going to be able to win this matchup or at least survive this matchup. The referee may have to stop this one.
as the last 4 or 5 minutes have been all Rhett Titus thus far.
Come on, Titus!
You know, it's nice that Gino came here and traveled all the distance that he did, and these people seem to like him a little bit. That's all nice and fine and well, but it won't matter pretty soon.
Titus with a splash. And it almost didn't matter right there, but Gino, he says not just quite yet. And Titus goes right back to work on that armbar.
It doesn't matter if you're first generation, second generation, third generation. When somebody picks apart a body part like that, it doesn't matter how deep into your blood this business runs. You can't fight back out of something like this, especially when someone as a veteran like Rhett Titus, who's been around professional wrestling for a long time, is focused in on you. Again, Kevin Burr may just want to consider stopping the matchup at some point here because Gino is barely defending himself.
As Gino certainly not winning this one on paper, as Rhett Titus has dominated the duration of this match, especially with the damage he's done to that left arm of Gino. But this young man from Houston, Texas refuses to quit. As Titus again, that full arm dragon twist into the armbar. As he's shouting to Gino to give it up. But I don't know if Gino's gonna ever quit.
Well, that's the stupid way to handle things. An intelligent person taps out when somebody has got the better of them because you need to live to fight another day. He doesn't want to sustain a serious injury here because then that's just going to cut his career shorter.
And Titus drives the shoulder right into Gino's.
Come on, Titus, do something!
And you have to think there's a lot of bruising done right there. VCW doctors and medical personnel have to be standing by after this match.
Tap out already!
And there's no way, Jerry, even if Gino somehow overcomes the odds and wins this match, he will be nowhere near 100% heading into the finals against Benjamin.
Well, maybe I should wish him to win then. Maybe that would be better. In the dream scenario, like you said, I hope these guys go 30 minutes and Benjamin Banks just takes the trophy home and, we're drinking coffee out of it later and having a good laugh about the whole thing. He's the first guy in history to only have to win one match and he walks away with the Lutz Cup.
We are certainly at about the halfway mark now, but I don't know if Gino can last another 15 minutes or so. Here we go, reversal. Gino, little do-si-do, off the ropes. And a version of a Mexican arm drag, but he wasn't able to get all the leverage as that left shoulder having significant damage done. As Matheny gives us the official halfway mark. Here we go, back and forth, ducks underneath, spins him around, and a roundhouse kick as Rhett Titus goes down. Gino is down, a spot in the finals hanging in the balance here, Jerry. I'm not so sure Gino has enough left in the tank to continue with that arm.
It looked like it was out of complete desperation. I don't think that was planned for him to get into that situation with that enziguri. So, like you said, I don't know how much more he can have in the tank, so to speak. And you can see right there, he's still favoring that arm.
Off the ropes goes Gino. Kick to the midsection. Titus goes for a suplex. Gino with the go behind. Has him in a waistlock. Standing switch by Rhett Titus. Runs him into the corner. And Gino meets him with an elbow as Titus tries to charge in.
Oh. He got him again with another enziguri.
And Gino moves out of the way. Gino on the apron. Jeez. A step-up kick. A desperation flurry of offense by the young man. He's all the way up top. Keep your eyes on Gino. He's in high-risk territory. There's a crossbody. This can do it. 1, 2, and Titus kicks out at 2.5.
But he couldn't hold the cover. He couldn't hook the leg, and that right there is where that damage to the arm is really coming into play because of the fact that he couldn't reach over, and if he could have cradled him right there, he might have had the victory.
As Gino now trying to coax Titus in. As Titus just cuts him right off there. And Rhett Titus now off the ropes. Gino with a super kick. And now Gino belly to back. Blue Thunder bomb. He's got him. 2 and 2 7/8. Jerry, Kevin Burr's hand was about to hit the mat for a third time. But Rhett Titus was able to kick out. What's going to give? The gaslight appears to be on with both men. But I'm not so sure how much is left in the tank.
That could not have been closer. I do not believe that count could have been even closer. And, you know, Rhett Titus, like you said, he looks like he's on Dream Street currently.
As Gino trying to utilize the support of his crowd, he's back on his feet. Here goes Gino.
This is ill-advised.
Hits the ropes, and he walks right into a forearm. And now he's hung out to dry, as both of these men in a very precarious spot on the entrance ramp. We know that entrance ramp, Jerry, does not support a ton of weight.
Oh, no.
Good out there, yeah.
Titus could be going for a suplex, and he nails it.
Yeah, there's no give in that entry ramp. That is not designed for a wrestling contest. It's designed for an entrance. It's straight steel and wood.
As Titus could be on the cusp of a count-out win here. As Gino fighting for desperation. And he barely gets back in as Mayor Burr says he officially makes it, so this match will continue.
You see the look of frustration on Rhett Titus' face. He didn't expect him to get back in.
And Gino,
There he goes.
and he goes right to Rings of Saturn.
That's it. There's nowhere for Gino to go, Blake. He's done.
The Rings of Saturn are applied. And Gino having his entire midsection stretched. Wait a minute, there's a penny combination. 2. But Titus rolls right back over into the move. Here we go, 1, 2. And again, only a near fall.
Titus had to let go to get out of that situation. He couldn't keep allowing himself to get put on his back.
And now Titus puts Gino down.
Oh, he's going to go for that frog splash. This is how he beat Sean Denny in the first round.
And Jerry, if he hits it again, then you have to think that Rhett Titus is going to find his way into the finals. Oh! And Gino has it well scouted, and he eats the knees. And now Gino tries to find an opening with a super kick. Titus knocked into Dream Street. There it goes. Oh! Eat defeat. I don't think he got all of it, though. I don't think he got all of it. Rolls over. 2. And Titus puts his foot on the bottom rope. Jerry, the ring positioning just allowed Rhett Titus to stay alive.
Well, it's like you said, Blake, I don't know that Gino got as much impact with that hold as he got earlier tonight on Ross Hall. And Titus fell right by the ropes, just barely in a haze. He figured he could move his leg off to the side to save himself.
So Brandon Matheny officially says we're at the 20-minute mark. Jerry, only 10 minutes to go. You're looking at your watch, open to counting down.
I've been counting down since the match started.
And Titus there puts on the brakes as he goes to eat defeat again.
Now he's going to go for that frog splash again.
As Titus, he's going up top of Gino with the step up in Seguri. That might have phased him a bit. As Gino, he's going up there. Both these men in a very precarious situation. The finals in the 2016 Lutz Memorial Cup hanging in the balance. Gino and Titus back and forth here. Titus, there's another forearm. Knocks Gino off his perch. And now Titus gets in a position. And Gino now, he climbs up. As something's got to give here, Jerry.
But Titus firing back.
As Titus, he's going to eat defeat from the top rope. Gino, there's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Gino's going on to the finals.
Well, that plays out pretty well to my benefit, doesn't it? Because you got a guy with a bad wing, barely squeaking by on a victory there after almost a 20-minute matchup with Rhett Titus. Blake, they might as well just hand Benjamin Banks the trophy.
So Gino's able to overcome the odds at about the 22-minute mark. He's going to knock off Rhett Titus in what has to be considered an upset. And now the finals are set. Jerry Stephanitsis' man, Benjamin Banks, one-on-one with the Latin heartthrob Gino. The finals of the Lutz Memorial Cup are coming up. Something's got to give. The 9th annual winner is about to be crowned.